I just wanted to give a huge thank you to everyone that commented on and watched my previous video about my experience with anxiety and having a panic disorder. Like, it really means a lot, and it inspired me to want to, make more videos like this, because there are others out there that are dealing with the same or similar things to me, and it, like, honestly, like, touched my heart. It helps me to feel way more understood, and that's just an amazing feeling. So what I want to do is create kind of like a compilation of my experiences when I go out just to do basic everyday things. And before I go in with today's experience, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and, comment too, so you can keep up with all of my new videos that I'll be posting about this subject. So today I went for a walk. um, and, I did my makeup because I wanted to film some stuff. And I was like, okay, this is my set time. This is the reason I'm leaving the house today. I'm gonna go for a walk. And right before I left, I started feeling so anxious and like nauseated. And I was just like, I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to go anymore. I'm scared. But I got myself up and I went for my walk. I didn't even bring my phone. I wanted to leave my phone to charge so I could just take in the world and get accustomed to it, because a lot of the time I'll just use my phone as kind of like a shield. Um, and that's not always the best, because the times where I don't have my phone or my phone dies, I feel distraught. I don't know how to handle things anymore. Using my phone as a coping mechanism is not the best for me personally. Okay, tea break. I'm drinking my raspberry leaf tea out of my affirmation mug. I made this actually. I don't know if you'll be able to see it with all the light, but I love my affirmation mugs because when I'm feeling some type of way, it's good for me to be able to just look at it and read it while I drink. Like, big pat on the back to me for making those. But anywho, so I went for my walk. I walked about I think it's a mile. Went to the store, and the store that I go to is like always empty, so like that's like perfect for me. And then walked back. Um, I got more used to like what I was feeling, that the nausea went away, so that was really great. And now that I'm back, I'm processing. That's why I'm still breathing. Even if I'm not tired, like when I'm anxious, I just like breathe heavy. So, yeah, now I'm processing what I went through, and I'm like, okay, I did it. Congratulations to me. I almost didn't do it. And what I like to do is, in the notes section on my phone, I like to write in experiences like this. Like, okay, today I went for a walk. I felt really anxious before, but I got myself to do it, and I'm proud of myself. Tomorrow, I need to go to the library to go return some books and like check out new books, because the library is like my new safe space, because it's so quiet, and just like I feel like that's perfect for me. I haven't figured out what I'm going to do for the rest of the week, what tasks I need to do. I do need to do some driving. And like I mentioned before, like driving can be very difficult for me. I don't take main streets. I basically always take back streets, because main streets make me really anxious. And what sets off my anxiety pretty bad is like being stuck in traffic or being stuck at a red light. So, I'm just sprinkling a little here, sprinkling a little there, and then doing what I can, and also applying for new remote jobs, because it personally just is easier for me to work from home. Like, well, the employers I've had at least, they don't care that you're having a panic attack or that you have a panic disorder. They just want you to work and do your job. And sometimes it's just easier for me when I'm in a place where I feel safe. I also like redecorated my room just to, I don't know, change the vibes and make it feel like way nicer. I need to get like more plants in here too, because that makes me feel very calm. But that's, you know, I do want to work remote, but that's also why I'm getting myself to do something for myself every day outside. Because the thing with working remote, I'll get very accustomed to being in the house and not leaving the house, and that makes my anxiety worse because when I finally get outside, it's like, oh, it's very overwhelming. Like sensory overload is really bright outside. There's a lot of noise going on, but you know what? I'm doing my best. I'm not sure if I mentioned this in the last video, but I do have a psychiatrist appointment at the end of May. It will be my first psychiatrist appointment. I just wanted someone to talk to and see what I can do. I was considering, like, okay, maybe I need to go on medication. Maybe it is time for that. But at the same time, I'm scared because, one, even if it works, like, I'd have to find the right medication. And then I have this thing with, like, I don't like being dependent on certain things, especially if it's, like, not natural. But if it will help, so I'm kind of like here, there, and everywhere with it. But I would like to talk to someone about that and then go in for a diagnosis for some other things that might just help me understand myself a bit better and understand how I can care for myself a bit better. But yeah, that is all for today. I will be in the house for the rest of the day, and getting ready for like the season change because I've been cleaning. I spent like 8 hours cleaning yesterday. So I want to finish cleaning, organizing, getting stuff together, going through my closet and seeing what I can get rid of, so I can donate some of that, list some of it on Depop, give some of it to my friends, you know, just I feel like when my house gets too cluttered, I really start to feel it. So I want to make sure that everything's just perfect. Well, as perfect as it can get for the season change. But yeah, I will see you in the next video. Bye. So today is one of those days where I'm finding it difficult to get out of bed and do normal things. I think it's almost 2 p.m. and I am still in bed. I feel sick. My anxiety is like extremely heightened today, so I can't just seem to do like normal things that are part of my normal routine. I've been outside a little bit, like literally very short instances of being outside. But I also wanted to highlight moments like these where I'm just not able to do certain things because I feel like that's really important to, to see. So anyone that goes through these things, you can also understand, we all have days like this. We have highs, we have lows, we have in betweens, and today is just more so like a low for me, and I'm doing my best to just accept that, listen to my body, not force anything. I mean, I actually do need to force myself to get up in a little bit because I haven't eaten yet and I need food. So I also realized that when I get very anxious, like I tend to not eat, or if I have panic attacks, I tend to not eat, but I get really like nauseated. So, yeah, maybe I'll feel better tomorrow. Maybe not. We will see. I've been feeling like this for the last, I would say, this is like day 4. So, yeah, hopefully tomorrow's a little better. I actually have to leave the house and drive somewhere tomorrow because I have to mail something and I can't let that, it can't be late, so I don't have a choice. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Hey, so this is me hours later from the previous clip, feeling a tad bit better. I actually got out of bed. I did my makeup with my friend through a video call, and well, this is the makeup, but I basically stayed in the house today. I gave myself the time that I needed to feel better. I finally ate at like, I don't know, I think it was almost 4. But hey, I ate. And yeah, I think, I mean, even though I still feel pretty crappy, like doing my makeup gave me the boost that I needed. So I'm happy to say I'm feeling 5% better. Hello, this is me checking in for another day of me being out living with a panic disorder. I know I look like I've been crying. I haven't. My eyes are watering because I put on sunscreen, and sunscreen irritates my eyes. So I was not crying. But I was just out running errands. Well, I'm still out. And I was in a store, and all of a sudden my body went into panic mode. And I'm like, okay, it's okay. Like, just run out of the store, which is typically what I would do. But I was like, all right, no, let's actually stay. Let's just keep moving. Because I realized that when I stop moving or when I'm stuck, that's when everything sets in and my body's like, it's time to panic. Are you ready to panic? And I'm like, no, I'm never ready to panic, actually. So I stuck it out for as long as I could, because then I ended up leaving and I went to another place and I got food really quick, because I'm like, okay, the lady that works there is always really nice and she makes me feel comfortable. So that took my mind off of things, and then I had to go back to the first store to go get my dad, because I totally just like ditched him. And now I'm back in my car and I have to, you know, drive home hopefully after this. But yeah, today was a little harder because I haven't been out in social settings. So yeah, but I will check in later on or on another day. Bye. Hey, so I am checking in for another day of this like compilation series that I'm putting together of me just living life with a panic disorder. And I will say that today I just didn't have too much energy. I was pretty tired. And I was almost being like really hard on myself, and I caught myself when I was about to do it. And I realized, like, because I've been staying in bed a lot later, I haven't been eating as much, and I was trying to figure out like what is wrong with me, like what's going on. And I realized that I had been depressed for like 4 months, and now that I'm not depressed anymore, I have to unlearn and work through all the things that I acquired when I was depressed. So, eating less, sleep schedule all over the place, low energy. So, I kind of just have to I have to give like my body time to catch up with like what my mind now knows, which is perfectly fine. I actually feel a lot better after thinking that. I haven't really been outside too much today, just a little bit, petting cats outside and stuff. I ate, that helped me feel a bit better. But yeah, I'm honestly just going with the flow of what my body is telling me to do. Getting a little bit better every day, and that makes me happy. And once again, I did my makeup with my friend over like video call, and this is today's look. I really like it. I was scared when I was doing it. I have like little stars on my face, like star freckles, and I'm really impressed with this. But yeah, I have been feeling like more anxious, but I can understand why. Like, I track my body, so I can know like, okay, at this time of the month you felt really anxious. Is there any reason why? And I've been doing that for like the last few years, so that definitely has helped. So there are certain times of the month where I am just like super anxious. I can't really think straight, but it freaks me out a little bit less now that I'm aware that this happens. all the time during this certain time. So I'm like, okay, this week I do have a busy week, so I will be going out a lot. I have a lot of errands to run, a lot of places to go to, social settings. So this is going to be an adventure, to say the least. Fingers crossed, hoping for the best. And that's all I can really do. All I can really do is my best. I'm just gonna keep trying, and things get a little better. Sometimes they get a little worse. That's just life. So I hope everyone is having a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Hello again. This is I don't know what day it is of me recording this series, but I have had a pretty busy week. It's involved a lot of going outside, driving, as much driving as I can manage. Today was harder than yesterday. I was on a roll yesterday. I was on top of it. I did get pretty anxious yesterday, but I was just talking myself down. And lately, what has been helping me is reminding myself that I have a panic disorder, because I tend to forget or overlook that. And so, like, when I feel ridden with panic, I'm like, oh my god, what is this? I've never felt this before. Oh my god, like, something's wrong with me. I'm gonna pass out, yada yada yada. And I'm now telling myself, like, hey, this isn't new to you. You actually feel like this almost like all the time. And yes, it's uncomfortable, but you basically always feel uncomfortable, and that kind of helps me to ground myself, because I'm like, oh yeah, I do feel like this all the time. Let's work on breathing and grounding ourselves and centering ourselves, and just kind of go from there. And if I have to run out of a building, then I have to run out of a building. Today I was stuck in a very small room trying to drop off some forms, and one of those places like, oh, take a number and wait till your number's called. I wanted to run out of there so bad. I felt so anxious. I woke up feeling very like nauseated. I was tired, but then again, since my sleep schedule has been pretty all over the place, I didn't go to sleep until almost midnight. I was like cleaning my house at like 10 p.m., vacuuming, all of that. So today I'm just very, very tired. But I will say I made it through it. The second that I was gonna actually like just leave and say screw this, they called my number and then told me that I don't have the forms that I need, so I have to come back another day. So I'm like, okay, great. They also don't have parking, so just have to pray to find parking like I did today. But yeah, things have been very like up and down for me, like mentally, emotionally, because of my panic disorder. Like, having panic attacks and be extremely anxious just makes me it makes me sad, and it wears me out. And this is just one of those days where I just feel a little bit more worn down, but it's okay. Today will be gone. And then I can see how I feel tomorrow. And I'm also gonna do my makeup with my friend through video chat in a little bit, like an hour or something. So I have that to look forward to. If I'm feeling better afterwards, maybe I'll make a second part to this and do a little check-in, like, hey, I did it. I made it through the day. But yeah, and I'm also trying to sit outside more, because I realize even sitting outside in a place that I'm familiar with, it makes me really anxious. Or I'll wear my earbuds and listen to music. That makes me like, not being able to hear like can cause me to have a panic attack, because I start freaking out. But yeah, I'm working on things one day at a time, just doing the best that I can do, and just learning to be more gentle and kind to myself. But yeah, I'll see you all in the next video. Hello, so I am back, and I believe this will be the final part to my compilation that I've put together. I figured today would be a great day, because I just did something that made me feel really anxious, but I made it through it, and it was just amazing. I went live on Instagram with my friend Dion, St. Rose of London. Be sure to follow her. we went live on Instagram and we were doing live readings. And it really allowed me to reflect on how far I've come, which is a part of the message that actually came through in today's readings. And because even my friend, uh, she came to the live and she sent me a text saying like 2017 Ari, like doing this wouldn't have even been a thought, and she's absolutely right. I would not have accepted, I would not have done it. I would have just like had my tail sticking like stuck between my legs, and I would have been like no, no, no. But no matter how anxious I was at first, I went for it, I did it, and I'm honestly really, really proud of myself. um, this has been a pretty difficult week, or last maybe 2 weeks for me, like in terms of like anxiety and panic attacks and just being set off all the time. But I feel like that live just helped me to ground myself, and I feel so much better. So I do want to end this compilation by saying it's really hard to do things. Like, it can be really hard to do things if you don't have a panic disorder or like an anxiety disorder. But you know, you can still do the things that you want to do. It might take you longer to do them or to get comfortable with doing it, but I truly believe that you can 100% do it. You know, give yourself the time and the space that you need to accomplish things. Try not to be too hard on yourself, because honestly, like, that's going to really slow things down, because then you might like find yourself in a state of like self-pity and just being really hard on yourself, and that's something that I'm working through right now. So I just wanted to give everyone some encouragement. You've gotten to see a little bit, like a little bit of my life through the days of this compilation. Some days were definitely better than others, and I still have a long way to go. It's very much like a roller coaster. It's not always enjoyable. Sometimes it's really scary, but there are those moments where it's very enjoyable and it's very fun, and I've learned a lot about myself. So I just want to say thank you all for coming along on this journey with me. I love you, and I'm sending you all the best, and I will 100% see you in the next video.